Hanju walked with difficulty. Is this the power beyond Tai? Now, Hanju felt like 100 black-eyed chickens were pressing down on him, unable to move or stop because there was no way back. The senior still stood at a distance, observing every step Hanju took. Even though he had taken 3 steps, if he kept going, he feared he would die right here. Just 3 steps, the difference in realms was so vast. No wonder the senior didn't let Hanju continue last time. But Hanju remained resolute. I won't give up, just 1 more step, I'm so close. Seeing him still wanting to continue, the senior flew over to stop him. The senior pushed Hanju forward. All right, kid. If you do this again next time, I won't save you. The senior then said, Kid, you haven't even reached the tribulation realm yet you already have such comprehension. It's truly rare. I'm looking forward to your future achievements. At this moment, Hanju's consciousness gradually returned to reality. Tong Chang'an and the black-eyed chicken were still focused on observing Hanju. Master hasn't moved for so long, could it be that he has no confidence? Just then, a loud crash suddenly sounded, and the black-eyed chicken and Tong Chang'an fled in all directions. A very intense light emitted from the white smoke. It made both of them feel terrified. Even the celestial herbs inside sensed something unusual. In just a moment, an extremely terrifying aura emerged. Hanju stepped out of the smoke. Your sword Dao divine ability. The 3 purities emergence has reached the next level. The celestial herb also exclaimed in surprise, exactly the same as the previous master. In the simulation trial field, Hanju and Xian Shishir were already prepared to face this battle. He calmly gathered his spiritual energy at his fingertips and began to strike first, the first move being the emergence of the 3 purities. Hanju waved his hand, and thousands of spiritual energy vortices appeared around him. The spiritual energy tumbled and entangled, flying continuously toward Xian Shishir. It seemed that Hanju's speed of attack was too fast, and Xian Shishir had not yet reacted, standing still and taking the blows. When the spiritual energy vortices made contact with the target, they exploded, creating a situation of complete annihilation of both body and mind. When the battle ended, the simulated scene gradually disappeared. The system notified that the duration of the battle was 2 seconds. Hanju was very satisfied with the result. It was a one-hit kill again, but this time it was noticeably faster. His gaze turned to the book, and he thought, not bad, just 1 step away. If Qing Meng the great saint had 1 more ally, he could probably secure his life. If not, I'll wait for him to come to Yuling sect. Someone was heading toward Yuling sect, only 2 miles left to the destination. In the quiet forest, a voice sounded, fortunately, there's that teleportation array, or I wouldn't have made it to this battle. Weary and dragging his steps, Yang Tiandong panted while complaining, but the dog can't walk with me. He was extremely worried, how am I going to explain this to Master? The demonic soul of Qing Meng had caught up, keep running, you. No matter where you go, this saint will catch you. Tiandong felt extremely frustrated, as the black mist soul fragment, like a high dog, could not be shaken off. Behind him, the demonic black mist kept reminding, I will rip your tendons out and make you experience what true despair is. After finishing the final threat, the black mist soul fragment disappeared. I can't keep being chased like this. Tiandong thought, should I go back and check? He recalled how he and his brothers had teamed up to defeat Qing Meng, but Zhu Nanshan hadn't written down all the crimes, and the waters of the East Sea couldn't cleanse the stench. 300 demon kings had gathered to resist Qing Meng. We once held a banquet, looking forward to the bright future after our success, sharing wealth and dividing territories. But reality was so cruel, all the demon kings were wiped out. Despite seeing everyone fall, Yang Tiandong's heart ached like a knife, but he could only grit his teeth and escape to save his life. We were so naive. The past still filled him with anger. I worked so hard for so many years, only for it to turn out so ridiculous. Thinking about all the demon kings being dead, a surge of fear filled his heart, and he stammered, if I go back now, Master and the others, won't they? He finally decided to turn around and leave. I can't bring disaster back to Master. I have no face to see Elder Jiangdong again. Suddenly, Hanju's familiar voice came, we're already at the door. Aren't you going back? Hearing his master's voice, Yang Tiandong immediately felt guilty. Do you still want to enjoy food, drink, and fun, and die? Do you want to be Qing Meng the great saint's son, you criminal? Tiandong immediately perked up his ears to locate the source of the voice. Having come this far, he could only kneel on the ground and beg for mercy. Young Tiandong knelt down, truly repenting, disciple knows my wrongs. Thinking back to before leaving the sect, Tiandong had said, hard cultivation doesn't seem suitable for me, and hemorrhoids have already shown up. I want to go out and train, I shouldn't get a slipped disc. Hanju seriously asked, have you thought it through? Compared to the mutual deceit outside, hemorrhoids are a small issue. Recalling the advice back then, now Yang Tiandong regretted it. I should have listened to Master's teachings, the outside world is too terrifying. Watching him sob, Hanju patted him, stop crying, kneel at the foot of the mountain for 5 years. And say I was wrong 1,000 times every day. Were these comforting words meant to put him at ease? All the scenes around Tiandong were captured by an eagle-eyed gaze. They were discussing, the stele of Yuling sect in Dian is written like this, we should report back to the great saint. Suddenly, a light flashed in the distance, catching the attention of the eagle-eyed observer. But before they could see clearly, their bodies had already turned into 1,000 pieces. The system displayed that 2 bird demons had entered the range of Yuling sect. This indicated that Qing Meng's bird demons had arrived at Yuling sect. So Hanju personally sent them off. He pondered, then Qing Meng's army has reached Dian. I must make some preparations for the battle. At this moment, Black-Eyed Chicken and Zun Chang'an were leisurely humming a song while fishing, hoping they wouldn't return empty-handed today. In the distance, Morong Chi flew in on a sword, Master. The sect urgently called me back, what happened? The fat chicken and Chang'an didn't seem to notice Morong Chi but appeared to sense something, already back? Truly the legendary senior brother. Black-Eyed Chicken complained, just arrived and already ran off. Morong Chi also curiously peeked over, and that's when Chang'an noticed him, cheer. You're here. It turned out that in front of the stele of hard cultivation to become an immortal, Tiandong was continuously kowtowing and crying, shouting, Master. Disciple knows my wrongs. He was very obedient, continuing to kneel and rise, kneeling again. Morong Chi wondered, what mistake did this junior brother make, that he's being punished to kneel here? Before he finished speaking, Zun Chang'an covered his mouth, be careful. He's your granduncle. Duan Qi couldn't believe it and shouted loudly, but Master Uncle just reached the early stage of the Yuan Ing. Chun Chang hurriedly stopped him, be careful with what you say. The black prison chicken also began to show its gossipy nature, I want to know too. Then it directly walked up to Yang Tiandong. The black prison chicken greeted, long time no see, how's the outside world? Did you meet Dog De? Tiandong suddenly felt the atmosphere turn too serious. But he immediately recognized, Xiao Hei, is that you? Tiandong blurted out, how did you get so fat? These words were like a thunderbolt, leaving the black prison chicken stunned. As a result, it immediately grabbed Yang Tiandong and used him as bait for fishing. No matter how much he screamed, it was futile. Yang Tiandong opened his mouth wide, unable to believe it, junior brother, are you close to the Yuaning stage? He was very surprised, he hasn't been cultivating outside, just been doing hard cultivation with Master. How did he reach this level? Chun Chang said, some people become gods through hard cultivation and then reach the Yuaning stage. Hearing this, Tiandong thought to himself, what's the point of cultivating outside for years? My strength hasn't grown. I've forgotten what Master taught, I've really become a burden to everyone, it's an embarrassment to the sect. To comfort himself, Yang Tiandong started bragging, it's not that there's no gain from outside cultivation. Dog Air is already in the Huashan realm. He will come back to challenge you in the future. The black prison chicken hummed but its expression showed, do you think I believe you? But this fool, Tiandong, actually believed it and happily said, Xiao Hei, don't worry, Dog Air will go easy on you. Duan Qi and Chun Chang both helplessly decided not to tell Tiandong the truth. As long as he was happy. Hanju observed the entire situation from a distance. He didn't understand why a Yuan Ying and a Huashan would dare to plan to kill the great Saint Qingmeng. Now Hanju finally understood why he had chased them here. He sympathized with Qingmeng. If two powerful demons like you were to rebel, I wouldn't be able to stand it either. Suddenly, Li Qianzi rushed over in a hurry. Elder Han. Something bad has happened. Hanju immediately guessed, Qingmeng's demon army has arrived? Qianzi confirmed, yes. His demon army has broken into Dian, and his target is Yang Tiandong. He anxiously said, Tiandong is the sect's top disciple whom I recommended. Elder Han, he was able to establish friendly relations with Demon King Dian Su, all thanks to Tiandong. If we expel him from the sect now, it will break the hearts of the people. Hanju calmly responded, let them come. Have you sent the sect's disciples to the 10,000 demon realm? Qianzi replied, all disciples below the Yuan Ying stage have already hidden. The secret communications and teleportation gates can't be used. We can only enter Yuling's sect through the front gate. There's no way out now. To escape overseas, we'll have to use the space transmission of the 10,000 demon realm. But it's not very stable. If we're not careful, we might be torn apart by time and space. It should only be used as a last resort. Other people are being slaughtered by the demon army, but I think everyone would be willing to try it. Hanju still calmly said, coincidentally, Sect Master, I have also prepared for the worst. Qianzi was stunned for a moment after hearing this. Hanju said seriously, I've prepared for the worst-case scenario. Luckily, you've left a way out. As long as the mountain still stands, what's there to fear if we don't have firewood? Li Qianzi's expression also became heavy. If we lose, can we ensure a safe retreat? Hanju gave a number, 70% chance. Qianzi took out a jade tablet. Only with this jade tablet can we teleport quickly to the disciples' assembly point. Before the demon army arrives, I still have time to retreat. Hanju took it and Li Qianzi instructed, the primordial spirits of the 300 elders are inside. Our fate depends on you. You answered firmly, if I can't win, I will flee with everyone, but if Qingmeng escapes, there will be endless consequences. At this point, Li Qianzi had no choice but to rely entirely on you. Please, Elder Han. In the northern mountain range is the territory of the Dian clan's demon king. The weather there is windy year-round, and Qingmeng has already advanced there. Even the Dian clan fell before him. Qingmeng coldly asked, do you yield? But even though the Dian clan was already riddled with wounds, they still refused to admit defeat. What emperor? It's nothing. Seeing that the Dian clan still persisted, Qingmeng prepared to continue the attack. The Dian clan fell at his feet, like a criminal awaiting execution. Before making a move, Qingmeng asked, any last words? The sound of the wife's crying came from beside the Dian clan. The last words of Dian clan were, Ahua, Xiao Cui is really beautiful. Qingmeng began to twist his body, raising his hand high, preparing for the final strike. This strike caused an explosion that shook the entire sky. But strangely, the Dian clan suffered no harm. Instead, Qingmeng began to tremble. He shouted, the flash at my waist has appeared again. This damn bastard actually dared to curse me. The people around him were shocked. Dian clan secretly laughed, a curse? It seems this guy is also targeted by the mountain god. Suddenly, he changed his mind, lowered his head, for he wouldn't survive much longer. I am willing to submit to you. Although Qingmeng was puzzled, he still let go of the Dian clan's subordinates. He took out something and handed it to Dian clan, asking. It was a portrait of Yang Tiandong. He asked Dian clan, have you seen this half-human, half-demon guy? As soon as he saw it, Dian clan immediately recognized it. Isn't this my adopted son, Yang Tiandong? Did this brat offend you? Qingmeng slowly asked in a terrifying tone, adopted son? Suddenly, someone whispered, no. Husband. Upon hearing the words adopted son, he exploded with a powerful force. Dian clan was struck, his primordial spirit collapsing. Great sage Qingmeng, what do you want? I have already agreed to submit. Yang Tiandong offended you, but I did not instruct him. Qing Meng angrily said. He also called me his adoptive father and even organized a rebellion with the demon kings. Upon hearing the word rebellion, Dian clan immediately fell silent. Qing Meng threatened, I won't destroy your primordial spirit, but you and Yang Tiandong will have no further relationship. Once I catch that evil spawn, if you speak again, I will make sure you can't reincarnate. He was furious and roared as thunder and lightning rumbled in the sky. All demon kings, listen up, leave none alive. Great sage Qing Meng cursed, this bastard actually dared to call other demon kings adoptive fathers. In Yuking sect, Yang Tiandong was still sincerely kowtowing, Master. Disciple knows my mistake. Suddenly, lightning began to strike down from the sky. At the same time, a voice echoed, damn spawn. Tiandong felt that this voice was somewhat familiar. Thousands of demon kings riding dragons appeared in the sky, heading this way. I thought you would escape somewhere else. The owner of this voice was none other than great sage Chang Meng, who shouted loudly, I never expected you would run to such a small sect. His eyes flashed with dangerous light. Today, I will devour everyone in this small sect. Let's see where you can escape to. Seeing the battle formations filling the sky, Tiandong was terrified. Great sage Chang Meng is here. The powerful aura and the lightning splitting the sky directly struck toward Chang sect. A loud shout echoed, elders. Quickly take the disciples to each room and activate the sect's protective formation. The disciples screamed in panic, and the demon army, with its demonic aura, approached. Kong Zi stood behind, arms crossed, anxiously observing everything. The intensity of this demonic aura is from great sage Chang Meng. Such an unbelievable crossing tribulation realm. Let's hold out as long as possible to buy time for the disciples to escape. Kong Zi turned and asked Xiao, Elder Lu, can you handle great sage Chang Meng? Xiao didn't answer, but instead looked at the demonic aura in front of him. He gritted his teeth and muttered, crossing tribulation realm. Bu Mia, seeing the tense situation, became anxious. I can't stand it anymore. He spoke up, where is Elder Zhanshan? What did he say? Kong Zi sighed when he heard this. He spoke vaguely, he said to wait a bit longer. Tiandong ran desperately on the small path, shouting loudly, Master. Out of breath, he stood in front of Hanju, panting. He then reported the situation. Great sage Chang Meng is here. What should we do? Hanju crossed his arms, glanced at him, and calmly said, it's fine. You and Xiaohei stay here. Later, we'll teleport to the myriad demon realm. The jade pendant will be kept by Mo Rongqi. Di Chao, hearing his words, cried with tears rolling down. She shouted loudly, Master. Don't leave us behind. Hanju smiled at Di Chao and reassured her, don't worry, nothing will happen. Rongqi looked at his master and informed him about Hong Quan's message. Master, mistress has already arrived at the myriad demon realm. Han Ju, standing on the mountaintop observing everything, felt more at ease after hearing Rongqi's words. Good, now I can let go of my worries. Tiandong looked at him, lost in thought. How is he so calm? Hanju quietly gazed at the intersecting light in the sky, as great sage Chang Meng and his group flew in from the distance. Tiandong wondered, has Master become so powerful that he's no longer afraid of great sage Chang Meng? Hanju glanced ahead, his eyes revealing an unfathomable light. He thought to himself, isn't it outside 100-mile range? A thunderous shout echoed, activate the protective formation with full force. The protective formation filled the sky, and its light made it almost impossible to open one's eyes. The various monsters quickly surrounded Chang's sect. Upon seeing these disciples, they couldn't help but salivate. One monster immediately thought, the aura of the cultivators is delicious, and other monsters began to fight over it. Stop fighting today, I'm starving. Another monster, unsatisfied, complained, too little. Too few people. Not enough for everyone. They brandished weapons, eager to break the formation and conquer Chang's sect. The formidable power of the formation made it difficult for them to break through. The aura emitted from the formation prevented them from getting close.